Good morning, traders. Happy Monday, the 8th of February. It's 7:48:20 Central Time, 21:48 here in Southeast Asia, and ought to be about 13:48 in London. So they're back from lunch, let's hope. Thought I'd get a little bit early test in here to see how everything was working this week. I do have a call at right at 8:30 when the market opens for regular trading hours, but I'm going to try to do two things at the same time here. Keep my charts up and keep trading, but I'll be off audio, obviously. Not sure if that's going to work out or not. I may have to devote more attention to this call than that, but we'll see. So we have, let's see, what do we have? Well, they did what I thought they would do last Friday in the afternoon session of the regular trading hours. They took out the all-time high for that Globex had put in, which was not surprising at all. I said that more than once. I just couldn't stay up to watch for it. Today, we definitely have a risk-on position. Green across the board was settled on the NQ at 13,598. What's happening with our friends in the gold rush here? Ooh, everybody's rocking today. What happened there? I don't want to do that. I didn't want to do that at all. Oh, that sucks. There we go. So you just saw how to manipulate Tradovate. When you screw up, you can just grab any of these charts and move stuff around. If you want to add things, add a dome or whatever, you just come over here and grab whichever one of these it is and pull it to where you want it. I have converted all of the charts now to the new version as opposed to the legacy. I was talking with one of those fellows over the weekend at support there, and they said that it's a good thing because the legacy is going to go away here pretty quick. So good idea. So let's keep looking at our pre-market here. Whoa, look at that. Well, pretty definite idea which the trend the NASDAQ is in, I guess, isn't it? Yeah, and there was our trade just when we quit Friday afternoon, and they pushed it through for that all-time high. Now we're in the same position as we were. Once again, here, the Globex guys have pushed all new highs. Pretty much 100% long inventory in the Globex. Here was the close. Settles about, what is it? I didn't hear. Pretty much long across the board, and they have definitely put in another new all-time high. So again, would not be at all surprised to see that taken out by the regular trading folks. If you're new here, this is VWAP, Sigma 1, Sigma 2, Sigma 3, and same down or standard deviation, whatever you want to call it. This is cumulative delta, and this is relative volume. That's it for indicators. This is market profile and volume profile. Until this goes live, we'll use a 5-minute chart for the NQ. And this is the ES in a 5-minute. So that's what we have. This is the Jigsaw Trading Dome. And this is my performance center and the quote board. Pretty simple, but effective. I certainly hope that the charting comes right here with their their progress and their bug fixes, because it's handy, it's free, and you know, every time you add some new layer of complexity and cost and yada yada yada, you end up spending more time figuring all that stuff out than you do trading, which is not the name of the game, right? The purpose of what we're doing here is to trade, achieve consistent profitability. I did not post a video, the second video of the Holy Grail. I will do that this week and tie that together. It's there's some tools there and some thoughts that would be, I think, interesting, I would hope. Love to hear your comments. Subscribe if you have not done so, if you find value in this channel and what we're doing here. That would be a great thing, a big help. But the purpose of the channel originally is to serve as my virtual video trading journal with my voiceover, so that I can come back next week, next year, whatever, pull one of these up and see exactly what I was looking at and what I was thinking. I think that's the point of a journal. And this is about the best way I could see to do it. You could take all the notes you want to, but I think when you have the market moving in front of you and you have your thoughts being articulated, seems like that would be a good idea. So that's the purpose here. Interesting big volume blob here at the 660. What that's all about. Are they going to run it through this volume area here up to the next high volume node and the standard deviation 1? It's always kind of a dicey situation right here around the 30 minutes or so before the open. London guys are jockeying around. The regular trading hours people are coming in. You never know exactly what's going to happen. They generally always run it back to VWAP, which has already happened. So we'll see what we see here. Definitely an uptrend and definitely a risk-on environment. Not much question about that. So I'll be looking for perhaps a trend day, one time framing, in which case we'd be looking for trend trading. Otherwise, if they get into an open auction, we will be looking for reversion to mean trades. The market trends only about 20 or 27% of the time, something like that, the number of trading days. Now, this recent period, you would be hard-pressed You would be hard pressed to believe that looking at this when you consider that each one of these are a day. But there's probabilities for you. The further back in time you go, that statistic actually, maybe it's 35% of the time that it trends. The rest of the time it's rotational or it's open auction. In other words, it's trading up, trading down, exploring, doing price discovery to see, where the most acceptable place to trade is. But when you look at this, how many days that is from November 3rd up here to today, pretty much an uptrend. So I'm really hopeful that I will be able to maintain my stream here and the trading when this call comes in at 10:30, 08:30 Central. But I'm afraid I may need to devote some of my resources here, including this big monitor, to this Teams call. Hope not. Anyway, lovely weekend here. Beautiful as always. Looking into some new audio equipment. I'm not too displeased with this mic now, the way it's set up, and this Logitech Pro X headset is what I'm using now. But I'm looking at a Shure SM7B, but it's XLR, so you have to get a couple of other bits in the middle there, a cloud lifter and I'm looking at the Go XLR mixer interface that converts it to USBs, the signal to USB, so you can plug it into your computer and up to the stream. That sure seems like the best mic what I've been able to gather anyway, by looking at it, doing the reviews, and pretty much everybody you see on doing a YouTube video or whatever is using one of them. So probably the way to go. Excuse me. As I've said so many times, my goal is not to be a internet star or a YouTube star. That's not my business model or my goal. My goal is to be a proficient, consistently profitable trader. But if what I am doing here and my thinking out loud is helpful, that would be great. That would be a win-win. So if folks find value here and enjoy this, it would be great to get a community of like-minded people that was active, so that we had some dialogue back and forth and share ideas. And trading is by and large a pretty lonely sport. You sit by yourself in a quiet room and focus and do your job. But it would be nice to have some interaction time to time. So we'll see how that goes. I started streaming here just for the first of the year, I guess. Off a couple of weeks and trying to get this audio straightened out and some other things. So we'll see how things develop. Hopefully, I don't know anything about YouTube, particularly how you go about getting the word out that people can stop by, or how it gets pushed up, or how the algorithm works. I'll have to look into that or something, I guess. Now, how am I going to deal with this deal here with the call. Looks like we've lost a couple thousand contracts in open interest, which is a little interesting considering the all-time highs. This is open interest settlement, and then the usual specs or metrics. Excuse me. I think that would be one of the advantages of having a boom mic. As you can back away from it with this headset, it never changes relationship. It's always right in front of your mouth. Oh, I'd love to just bang out a couple of quick ones here, but time is running out. I certainly don't want to be in managing a trade going into the open and into a meeting. That's a recipe for stupidity, disaster. Take your pick. So, what was I looking for? Here we go. Have a look at the TopStep dashboard here for this combine. In step 2, $50,000 combine. The goal is $3,000. Trade a minimum of 10 days, and that means 10 trading days. In other words, when you make one round turn, that's a trading day. You could have one trading day a month and finish this requirement in 10 months. But that's the maximum amount or minimum amount of time you can do it. Got to achieve $3,000, maintain the daily loss limit and the weekly loss limit, which I discovered something I didn't know last week. You can tell your weekly loss limit or where you are by your weekly net P&L. So in other words, I have no weekly loss limit against me, nor do I have daily loss limit, obviously. Best day, worst day, that was last week, and that's why I had this here and why I sized down from 2, adjusted my bracket, 2 lots, adjusted my bracket, and managed my risk properly, not to be taken out. So there we have it. Just got to poke it up here, and we're off to the races there with the pro account and then the funding. We're still in the scaling plan with 2 lots. This needs to be at 51,501, I think, $1, something silly like that, and then you can trade 3. Maximum of 5 with this $50,000 account, so that's more than enough risk at this point, especially. Another advantage to that additional mic setup will be the I need to use a headset on my other computer when I have like these Teams calls. And with the boom mic and the Shure setup, then I would still be able to have the audio live on for trading or and monitor calls or meetings, whatever that I have to participate in for my other interests. Until such time when I don't have those other interests. But it's always good to have more than one revenue stream, for sure. So are they going to pop up above this high volume area here? That value area high volume area, and then the next one. Some resistance, going to meet quite a bit of resistance right here. I'm thinking we're going to be gapping up. A couple of different ways to look at a gap. Some people figure the gap off the range high from the previous trading range to where you open. And some people take it from the close to where you open. I've never heard anybody take it from settlement. Typically, it's the close or the range. Now, one of the things that I like about Tradovate, see this shaded box is the range, in this case, of the Globex. Shows you the high and low at a quick glance. Same thing here with the overnight, regular trading hours, sorry. And you see the, with regular trading hours, I plot value area high line, value area low, POC. On the Globex, I just plot the POC, but you can determine the value area high and low on the volume profile here. And in the regular trading hours, the volume profile is a different color. So just a quick glance, you know, where you are. Obviously, if it's the current session, you better know where you are. You better not be trading. But if you're looking at a big chart and you want to go back and look a few days, it's easier to pick them out. Easier to pick them out. Do a couple things here in anticipation of this meeting. Some notes out, and I'm going to really be disappointed if I've got to sign off completely here. I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know. They may, if they want to look at some of the work I've been doing, then I may have to drop off the stream, because I will be using that. I'll switch to that big monitor for the demonstration. This monitor that I'm streaming now is a 40-inch 4K, which gives a great high resolution, and also allows me then to push up to the stream at 1440K and 60 frames per second. So that makes for a nice quality. This 40-inch 4K is quite a convenient monitor for me. This is what you see, what I'm looking at now. So it's a nice big display. And then I have a couple of monitors on the sides, regular 24, 26, 27 inch, 24 inch, I guess, 27s maybe. Dells, I don't know, they're older ones, they're probably 24s. high def dells. And I can switch between my trading computer here and I can drive one of the dells and the 40-inch for my trading. And then I can drive the other Dell and the other monitor with my other workstation. So, or if I need to, I can include the 40-inch with my other workstation. Works out pretty well. Quite pleased with the trading computer. That was a real simple build and easy parts to get. And it's been doing quite a nice job. Haven't noticed any issues with it at all. I should do either a video or put the parts list on the channel in case it could be of any help to someone that was looking to build one. It's worked out quite well, and it was quite reasonably priced. Well, they're going to run it up there. Going to go across that volume, low volume area up to Sigma 1 for sure, I would guess, in this crowded area here of consolidation. Just pop through the value area. You see how the difference in the value area with the Jigsaw is the gold, and you can set these colors up any way you want. It's really, really user configurable, I guess you could say. I don't use the other tools or the heat map, the book map style thing they've got, but I like the dome and I've used it for a long time. So if you find some value in this videos that I push up or the live streams, click subscribe. That would be a big help, and thumbs up if you could. If you want to know when we go live here, I go live usually around the Asia close London open, and then again at the regular trading hours open. But if you click the bell, then you can be notified of that. I think with the subscribe and the thumbs up are part of how, or part of the algorithm, which kind of gets the word out so folks can find the stream, and then we might build a community of like-minded folks that are interested in becoming consistently profitable through, common sense trading, as opposed to a bunch of hype and stuff that you see so much on the internet and YouTube. It's just amazing. Video there that I posted some time ago, a week or so ago, called The Holy Grail Part 1. It is actually should be two videos. The second one shall culminate that, but it definitely is the Holy Grail, or the secret sauce, or whatever you want to call it, of trading, and I'll tie that all together in the second video. Of course, it's free and always will be, so that's not my goal. Trying to help and help myself, and help anybody that's willing to be helped, that would like it or feels value in it. The biggest key I try to say every day. Well, first of all, I always forget the damn disclaimer. You know, past results or past performance is not indicative of future results, and I'm not a licensed anything to do with trading. This is not trade advice. This is not psychological advice. This is just my opinion. But if your main goal that you need to achieve or realize is the thing you have to become good at and master is risk management, trade management, and you have to do so in such a way that you are able to trade tomorrow. That's your goal. Because if you continue in that vein and have any kind of an edge, which is simply the possibility of one thing happening over the other, then that edge over time will make you profitable. It's a fact. So manage your risk. If you look at that part one, Holy Grail, there's a tool there that I use and kind of gives you a graphic idea of how trade size, and product can make such a huge difference in your longevity or the ability that you have to stay in the game. And the longer you're in the game, the more the likelihood that you will succeed. Everybody can trade, everybody can succeed. Just what happens with most people is they don't know those risk management things and they blow out. And it's really a shame. And then your emotional capital, is probably the biggest, most important thing. That and so much harder to rebuild and repair than money. Physical money, you can go out and dig a ditch, get paid for it, put some money in the account, but emotional capital, your self-esteem, all those things, that's the tough one. So let's see, 20 past the hour. Open in about 10 minutes. They're way gap high here. 50 points. Wow. 40 points. My other computer's screaming at me about this upcoming meeting here, so I'm going to have to go off audio and take care of that. Right against that consolidation, there's some heavy resistance right there. It so irritates me that these people always want to have a meeting right at the moment the market opens. I'm going to have to figure out a way on my calendar and Outlook and Teams to block that out with some sort of recurring meeting so I'm not available and put the kibosh on that. That's irritating. Well, they're trying to be polite. I think they're trying to get the meetings over with earlier so I don't stay up so late, but I'm up quite a bit of the time now anyway because a lot of my work is in Europe or Central Standard Time, actually. So I have meetings oftentimes in the evening. Tonight, actually, there's one at 12:30 in the morning. So I'll be back on stream after this meeting for a while before the second one. So they took it right up to the Sigma 1 top side and that high volume node. Quite logical that that's where it would go and where it would find resistance. The market is always trying to move to prices where two-sided trade can ensue, where people are happy to trade. I forget how Jim Dalton puts it. Price is an advertiser, and I forget what he says. Anyway, basically it's just the market is continually seeking price discovery, trying to find areas where trade can ensue, where traders can do business. They'll explore up, they'll explore down, and the POC, of course, is the spot where most trade was able to be conducted, transacted, however you want to say it. Well, I'm going to get ready here to switch over my audio and stuff to my other workstation. The market's open. I can't seem to get on Teams here. That's kind of a problem. I may have to drop off the stream completely here. That's going to be kind of irritating. Right down to volume. Oh, what is going on here now? This is just ridiculous. Huh. Well, if I can't join here, I'm going to have to stop the stream and change these computers around. Disappointing. I would have liked very definitely to have traded that pullback. Okay, I apologize. I'm going to have to end the stream here. I'll be back up in as soon as possible. I'm not sure what my problem is here, but I'm going to have to troubleshoot it, and I don't want the stream running wild in the background. So thanks for stopping by. Click the subscribe button and like if you find value here, and I really appreciate it. Sorry about this. I'm not sure what the hell's going on with my other computer, but I got to get to this meeting. So type to you soon. Trade safe. Remember, risk management. You've got to be able to trade tomorrow. That's the biggest